It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we'll see DeAndre Swift, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Bears and the Vikings on Monday night.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They're coming playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So here are the Vikings to go on offense for the first time. And it's a rookie at the helm, the 10th overall pick back in April out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, 21 carries, 75 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants. But his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So from the 22 here, 2nd and 2. Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Drake Jackson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he'll find Everett there, complete. Nifty move. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 85 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Vikings offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. On play action, McCarthy out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. McCarthy off the play fake. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Gervon Dexter who got in to drop him.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones on the return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
To the air with McCarthy. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Justin Houston in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return is Jones. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rome Odunze, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And out now come the Vikings. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. Now 2nd and 5.
brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, now McCarthy. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Second and a yard at the 50-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
And the Vikings first down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off play action. McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Man in motion is Agnew. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line as they've got it as we resume action. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Operating from the gun. Jones being chased. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Man in motion is Agnew. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. First carry now for Justice Hill. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on third down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And here we are in the month of December with his name sitting atop the leaders in rushing yards as the season nears its end. Strong finish here in the final stretch of games could earn him the crown.
Here's Jones throwing to start the drive.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw again on second down. Jones. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. The Bears have 3-10 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Jones over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The catches for him just keep piling up in his career. He's now at 1,024, and that ties Isaac Bruce, the number that he had back in the day.
Yeah, part of the greatest show on turf. And remember, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt combined for nearly 2,000 catches in their careers. He might get to 2,000 himself with the numbers he's posting up there. Keeps himself in great shape. He might go for it.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And the Bears first down.
On the option left, it's Jones.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper and 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Off the bootleg. Jones. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Drake Jackson, his second sack of the night. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
On third down, here's Jones. Oh, nice move. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Slant route, and he's got Addison.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Off play action. McCarthy. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. McCarthy.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Open man is Jalen Naylor.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple.
24-yard line.
Off the play fake. McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Jamal Agnew. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. A 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's polished off by a Vikings score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 74 yards rushing for him now to this point. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Throwing Jones. A pass complete to Odunze. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Now Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mekhi Blackman was right there to knock it away.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. McCarthy operating from the gun. Middle of the field to Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. Back to throw. McCarthy. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over first and 10. The visitors' offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. He's got Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw here on first down. Give him another one right back to Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. Isaiah Pacheco, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Brock Purdy, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bears offense and veteran Keenan Allen set to go once more. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
To the air with McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
DeAndre Swift
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bears are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 25-yard line.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Jones. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Tony. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Jones. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Looking to throw McCarthy. That
It's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this will be a Vikings first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On play action, now McCarthy.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Running right, Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Addison. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
J.J. McCarthy.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Jones now. Throwing to start the drive. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones.
Throw right side taken in by Adunze.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down Bears.
Off the play fake. Jones.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down, Chicago.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's second and inches at the Vikings 39-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. Allen's got it complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Off the bootleg. Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun, Jones. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And now off to the races, down the right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and they score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
From the 38, Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Jones in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That is caught.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Throwing, Jones.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28. A gain there of 21 yards.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Getting in there and finishing the play off was Myjai Sanders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's got another field goal, his 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jordan Addison in the offense out for another drive. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. On play action, McCarthy. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. A give to Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. T.J. Edwards in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted,
it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Back to the running game with Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And the Bears first down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Once again, it's Swift. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They need 2. Here's third down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bears. Mercedes Lewis. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football,
Keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing to start the drive.
McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hockenson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun.
McCarthy going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
To the air again, McCarthy.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6.
At the 41-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Down to the 10. Touchdown, Vikings! Jamal Agnew, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Jones throwing to start the drive. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
And this will be a Bears first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Still going inside the 20.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Keenan Allen, 55 yards.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To the air with McCarthy.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Complete to Addison on the out route.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd down and 6. Here's Swift.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Chicago, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4 and 10 on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.